in Paul's excellent adventure, a 4-year voyage while living on a cruise ship.
Well, hi everyone. I had so much fun today. Oh my gosh.
Puerto Vallarta is really so much fun. It really is.
Every time we go to Puerto Vallarta, which we haven't been a lot of times, but the last time we were there, we did some incredible stuff. And then this time was even better, probably because Janelle was with us.
Yes, that was a lot of fun.
We got a bucket item off the list, which was swim with dolphins.
Yes, that was exciting. That was fun.
In the wild. Not in a controlled environment. It was in the wild, so we had...
Not in the ship swimming pool.
Not in the ship swimming pool. We had a blast.
Yeah, we really did.
And then we discovered the Iguana restaurant and tequila bar. So those of you that know the history of Casa Kimberly, it was...
Why was it named Casa Kimberly?
The contractor that built the house named it after his daughter.
How sweet. What a sweet story.
We figured out that in Mexico they name their houses. So it was called Casa Kimberly. And it
had
was...
a great history, didn't it?
Oh, well, and it's famous, so I'm sure people have been there.
Yeah.
But just if you haven't been there, it was a home that was purchased by Richard Burton for Elizabeth Taylor.
Remember, this is the heyday of Hollywood stars coming to Mexico. And she was filming Night of the Iguana.
Yeah. And so it was her 32nd birthday, so he bought her that house.
Was she 32?
32 at the time. And it's incredible. It still operates as a kind of a bed and breakfast kind of setup.
Was it scandalous because they were both married at the time too? It seemed like there was something like that.
It's Hollywood.
It was Hollywood.
But they also purchased the property across the street because it had a swimming pool.
And I think Richard Burton kind of stayed there, and then they'd meet, right?
They built a bridge.
Yeah.
So the Bridge of Love, Bridge of Amour. So we sampled tequila, of course.
Well, you did in your margarita. I had it plain, and the waiter there knew tequila very well. And I described him what I liked. And he got me set up with one of the best tequilas I've ever had.
And my margarita was a passion fruit margarita, the best margarita I've ever had in my life.
What did Janelle have?
Janelle had a cucumber mint margarita.
The whole setting looked great.
And she said it was incredible.
Yeah.
And you got pictures of our margaritas, because of course we take pictures of all of our food and drinks.
Yes. But it was really the setting was just really neat because the restaurant was over to where we first came in, but they had a separate area that was around this fountain that was just beautiful, and we were on some high tables because it was kind of the tequila bar area, and it was just a magical setting with three of us there. We just really enjoyed it.
It was It's so beautiful. And we do need to give a shout out to Janelle's friend Melissa for suggesting that we go there.
That's right.
So we should shout out, hi Melissa.
And then after that, we didn't eat there because we had other plans for that evening, but this was just adjacent to what they call the romantic district. Romantic zone of Puerto Vallarta. So we decided to take a little walk around the area, and we walked across the river there, which wasn't much of a river, but it was at least a place where water could go if they had a problem. But remember that footbridge we had, the suspension bridge?
Suspension footbridge, so that was fun.
And when the kids were going across the same time we were, it was like all over the place.
I think they did that on purpose.
I think they did that on purpose. And didn't we see a guy take his motorcycle
across it?
That was pretty funny. But it was great. It was a beautiful time, and we kind of rested up, went back to the ship, and then got up the next day and actually went to the Malecón,
Just
which
kinda
we've been
wandered
to
around,
before.
yeah.
And we're not gonna bore you with more Malecón video. We've had enough Malecons from Mexico.
And
I
us
think,
eating gelato on the Malecón
That's
and
right.
statues of the Malecón. And
And it's a great Malecón
It is.
because they also have a lot of nice areas that are in the shade too.
Yeah.
And that makes a difference when you've got 90+ degree temperatures out. And but it was nice, and we did have gelato. I can't remember what flavor I had. Did I have? I think
you
I
had butter pecan.
Butter pecan. That was it. What flavor did you have?
I had, it was I don't remember. It had like coffee chips in it.
Oh, okay.
And white chocolate in it.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
gave me a
remember
bite.
what it was called.
It was very
but it was good.
Yeah, and it was fun. And then we went back to the ship after that, and we had dinner and
Had
we
to
took
move
off.
on.
Move on to the next place. But the highlight of the day, we got to show you this because we've got some really fun video for this. This was, of course, the dolphin swim, and we decided to show it to you in music form. So naturally, in music form, we actually had to find a song that would go along with it. And what better song did I find than by an artist by the name of Pharrell Wooten? And of course, the name of his song was Dolphins. And it's great. Enjoy this video. We'll be right back. Wasn't that fun? What was your favorite part of it?
I think just the idea of being in the ocean with dolphins.
Yeah, not in a pool, which is what we kind of thought it was going to be, is maybe some kind of
Even
preserve or
organized,
something
yeah.
like that, because they do that with a lot of dolphin swims. But this was just, they took us out for a long time. We were probably out 25 minutes before we
And
actually
you
got
saw
to the
some
dolphin.
babies there, so it's
Yeah.
the time of year where they are giving birth.
Right.
A couple of those baby dolphins were only 2 weeks old.
Isn't that amazing?
And so they were the mamas were a little protective, but the mamas that hadn't given birth yet, they were swimming under us and around us and jumping over us.
Well, you know, the
and they're
thing
curious.
is, yeah, they're curious about why
You're in the
people are in the water. What are they about? What are they doing?
They don't look like another dolphin.
And you saw they like to play. You saw some of the leaps in that video. They were leaping out of the water like it was SeaWorld. It was unbelievable.
You always are amazed by that.
Oh, I am. I mean, you just wouldn't think dolphins would do that in nature. That's something they're trained to do when you see them at the park.
And these are bottlenose dolphins that are in Puerto Vallarta. So so they were just beautiful, and I feel so blessed that they let us into their world.
Right.
You know, being able to interact with nature. Where we come from, we're always told, don't touch the elk, stay away from the bison, don't get too close to the bears.
Well,
you know,
we were
respect
instructed.
nature.
We were instructed not to touch the dolphins.
Right.
So
we were instructed, don't touch the dolphins. But she did say that they would come up, if they came up to you, that they might brush up against you.
Yeah.
And when they swim under you. And I think the little gal that was on the tour with us, the little
young lady,
she was what, about 11 or 12 maybe?
Yeah, maybe early teens.
One touched her and she was so excited. So
it was good. I know Janelle enjoyed it too. That's something she's been wanting to do.
It's been on her bucket list. It's been on my bucket list.
Yeah.
I mean, whose bucket list isn't it on? Just jump out and swim with dolphins? Come on.
Well, as you can see, we're kind of up on the deck outside of our cabin. Just outside the door of our cabin, we can literally go outside, and this is what we have. What a beautiful view. The ocean just looks great today. We're off to our next port.
That's right.
Onward and upward.
Getting through it. Having a good time.
Hope you enjoyed this little presentation of Puerto Vallarta. It's a magical place. It's got to be one of my favorite places in Mexico. If you ever get a chance, it's a great place.
There's a lot of people on ship that live in Puerto Vallarta. A lot of Americans and Canadians.
That have houses there, and they're living
now
on the ship now.
They're going to live on the ship now for a while.
Yeah. So we got some good advice from people and things to do and say, and we appreciate that. If you have some great advice for any of the ports we're going to, and there's a whole list of the ports we've got coming up, well into even Japan, we'd appreciate your input and your thoughts. So you can either email us on any of the email links, or make comments on either YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music, and we'll be reading those, and we'd love to hear what you suggest. You can also join our newsletter. We have a newsletter that we do off of the website. That's LennonPaulsExcellentAdventure.com. So you have a lot of options. You can actually our emails on there too. You can email us on our Gmail account. So reach out. We'd love to share your ideas, or have you share your ideas with us and give us some ideas of things we need to do in different ports. Not long, we'll be in Hawaii even. So we're going to finish the Mexican ports and then go off to Hawaii. From Hawaii, we go to the western coast of the United States, and then up to Canada for a couple stops, and then into Alaska, and then across to Tokyo, or Japan. And we're actually hitting a lot of ports, including Tokyo's port there. So
I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that as that gets closer, but that's going to be a blast. We really thank you for joining us. Please like us if you can on this video, and share it if you can. We appreciate that. That really helps us out a lot. So if you can do that, spread the word, and we'll continue to build this little community we've got going. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. See you next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.